Taurus. Welcome to your March reading. So I started this reading with Frank Sinatra playing Young at Heart. So I would suggest listening to this song when you have time. There's messages in this song for you. Alright, so for this month's reading, I'm going to start the reading with an oracle reading. Then you're going to have a tarot reading. I'm going to clarify your tarot reading with this. Okay, so your oracle reading is going to be from the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck. And then the tarot deck I'm using is the Line Strider's Tarot. I'll clarify that with the Kipper deck. And if there's something that you've been, wanting to know, then ask it at the end and I'll clarify it. If you're not sure, what to ask, you want to wait and see what the cards say and then develop a question. All the cards have been shuffled. All the decks have, except for this one. I do this one at the end to, hopefully get a better connection with you one-on-one. Because this other, this is really a collective reading. So, sometimes there are other messages in this reading that aren't meant for you, that are for others. But whatever resonates with you or hits home or is your story, that's definitely a message for you. However, if it's not your story, that's a message for one of your fellow watchers. All right. Just so you know, this is one of my favorite decks. I love this deck. Oh, I gotta push my keyboard back. Sorry about that. Okay. So right off the bat this month, you might be feeling maybe like you're in a lull. Okay? You very well could be feeling like you are in a lull. Let me tell you, sometimes you have to love the lull. Okay? The best example that I can give you is, and keep in mind that I would be paraphrasing, this is from Abraham Hicks. I heard her once say, because someone asked her if she could, in a roundabout, nonchalant way, describe what she meant by the vortex. Now, keep in mind, I had been asking this myself for, 4 years. I mean, I knew what she was saying, but I needed that roundabout way to put it together. So, she put it together. Anyways, so what she was saying is something along the lines of, your vortex is like loving going on a motorcycle ride with no helmet, okay? You've got no nothing. You're on a motorcycle ride. You're not thinking about safety or anything else. You're on the ride. That's your life, basically, so to speak. But it's like, in order to enjoy the ride, you have to enjoy the flies. And flies can get in your eyes, they can get in your teeth. And she's literally talking about flies in your teeth. Okay? She's like, you've got to, almost like that movie, Me, Myself, and Irene, with Jim Carrey. You have to enjoy the flies in your teeth. Because that's the territory that goes along with the ride. So you have to love the flies in order to enjoy the ride. You at this moment could be, you're going to be one, depending on you, one of two ways here. Either you've been in a lull, and now that, kind of like the ebb and flow of the ocean, either that lull has, gone out to sea, and now it's about to come back in, or You feel like your prosperity and your wishes came in, but now they're like either slowing down or they're at a halt for a minute. So yours is going to be one or the other. Keep in mind, it's collective reading, so I cannot say where you are in that dynamic. That's for you to know. So there is a challenge here at this moment about your passions. Okay? We have Pele with divine passion. Be honest with yourself. What is it that you truly desire? So right out the gate, we have Mauve. Cycles and rhythms. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotion. Like, if you're not having to do this already, then you should start paying attention. So honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and your emotions. Like, when you're upset and you're emotional, that's when you need to sit down a minute. When your energy levels are low, you need to take a break or a nap. If you're in a lull, then maybe you need to go to sleep for a minute or do something else. Focus on something else. Change your focus at the moment. Shift it to something else. So you're in this lull. I see it here. But it almost feels like, I'm glad I thought that, because Lord, here's confirmation. Okay? Here's the confirmation right here. So in the basis, we have Rhiannon with Sorceress. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. So whatever lull you're in right now, if you have any stagnation in your life whatsoever at this moment, it is because you have put it there. Okay? You've put that stagnation there yourself, because you may be faced or fronted with situations, places, people, or things where it's like you wanted them at one time, but here they are. And so now you're like, hold on. And everything has come to a stop or a pause. And you're like, is this really what I want? Maybe you give it a little bit more time to like play out or pan out. And then it's like, okay, yes, this is what I want. And then everything that was behind you, that you stop for a second, now comes forward. And then you all can integrate and move forward at the same time together. If that makes sense, okay? I honestly felt like I was in the Matrix for a second. Alright, so this is going down because of you. So if you feel like anything has stopped or come to a standstill, give that honor. Maybe that's why I was talking about, you gotta, when you go for the ride on that motorcycle, you gotta enjoy the flies. Okay, because first off, you created this. If you create it, you have the ability to change it or manipulate it. And or, not just, it's either or. You have the power here because you're the sorceress in this situation. You've conjured this yourself. Now, your magic and the magic you hold within you, you're going to have to focus on your intentions right now. How your what would you say, the method behind or the reason behind why you're doing stuff, because in that you're working magic in that area. You want to make sure whatever you sow into, and I'm going off in left field in your reading for some reason. I've never gone off in left field in a reading. You as a magician, because you're either a magician, a sorceress, a high priestess, a witch. You've got something like that within you. Okay? So that knows what it's doing. You need to trust in your ability and your capabilities to manifest these things that you wish. That power of yours that I'm talking about. The only thing is, be aware of your intentions. And I only say that because this card says that. You're a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. You're holding a lot of power in your hands at this moment. Like I say, choose wisely, make smart choices and decisions. This is all stemming from an awakening, an ascension that you just went through in these past 3 months or so. I mean, it could be literally as like the past 3 days or something you encountered 3 weeks ago. But there's a blossoming. You are just getting started, so have patience with yourself in the process and do not give up. Now, at this moment, as soon as either one, you decide what you want to do in this scenario, even if you feel like, even if you were in a rock bottom scenario, something's going to magically manifest for you. If you feel like you don't know what else in your power or your capabilities to do, then pray. Ask for it. Because you have this special energy around you right now. So this is Mother Mary. Expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. So, that's also another magical power that you have as this priestess or high priest or this witch, a shaman. Like, we all have this inner, like, sorceress power within us. Especially as women. I feel especially as women, because, I mean, that's what women are. Men are like a sorcerer or a wizard. So, and they're nice too. I like wizards. But anyways, mostly wizards like in books. Not in real. I don't want to play with them. Anyway. I like the ones in the books. But anyway, so whatever you feel that either you're questioning or you're not sure of, pray about it, ask about it, because you'll either receive the answer or be shown the way. Be looking for things to magically appear and or manifest for you. And then, so, if we're looking at this in the month of March, then, and it was 12/21. So if we're looking at this in the perspective of March, yes, you've got this ebb and flow going on here. You are the creator. You're the one behind the scenes working this. So the beginning of March, you're going to have a blossoming and opening up, feeling like you've sprung from the ashes anew, maybe like the phoenix, or you could feel like the butterfly coming out of the cocoon. Now you've got new wings. You've got to give yourself a little time to get, acclimated. You might need to allow yourself time at the beginning of March, that first week or so, to allow yourself to adjust to the new you and how you feel. And around this middle time, now this is also around that full moon time period, it's like, I want this, I don't know how I'm going to get here, but I want to get right there. And then here it comes, and it's just like, wow, so effortless, simple. I feel like the reason why, because we do have is the end of March, Cordelia would go outside. You have been indoors too long, go outside and get some fresh air. I almost somewhat choked on my inhale in my nose as I said, go out and get some fresh air. So, I don't know if you've been feeling kind of stuffy or if you've been having okay, so the end of the month for you, this card right here is telling me two things. So I don't know exactly who this is for, but it's for someone. If it's not for you, ignore it. So the end of March, keep in mind this is around the time frame that we have the spring equinox at the end of this month on the 20th. So we have, the Celtic, what is that, Astora or something going on. Maybe Astora's in April. I don't remember which one it is for March, but that's going down, okay? Whichever one that is. So it's like, you may be getting I would say that you have somehow, shape, or form gotten relief from whatever lull or woe you were in, or everything's just moved so smooth, and now it's like you can go outside and relax and chill a minute, or even take a vacation. You might have free time at the end of March to actually go somewhere and do something. If that's the case, you need to go and do that, because it almost seems like there's regeneration in that, rejuvenation, relaxation in that. So if you're not going to go somewhere, then definitely at the end of the month, once we have this spring equinox, I would definitely get outside. And if you're like, now, I got those sniffles, so it's like, I mean, I can't believe I'd be telling this on, on a reading, but they say if you have, well, not they say, but I've been following doctors for maybe about 10 years now. I studied under one for about 4 or 5 years, a holistic doctor. I learned a lot from him. So if you have allergies, and let's say you start having allergies from the seasons changing, because I do believe that our bodies can react to that, just know that right there, you need to clean your ass. You need to clean your ass. It's your large intestine or your large colon. So as we eat, our colon will, small and large, will absorb food particles that, are going through the passage to go out to, number 2. But your intestine wall will absorb those food particles, and they'll sit there and rot in your colon or your intestines. And it's like, as they move down, because they'll move down within the lining, they'll get there and there's a reaction or a block, and it can't move anymore, it can't move forward, or it can't expel itself, and you'll have a reaction to it. So you have to either give yourself a colonic or like a black coffee enema. You can actually Google or YouTube that one. You could do these every morning. Now, if you're one who, needs an energy drink, then give yourself a black coffee enema, because that one right there, that one will really wake you up. So, but basically it cleans out your large intestines, and you need to keep doing that. If you're not one that's comfortable with giving yourself a colonic, which is basically an enema, but with a water bag, you will want to get psyllium husk and chia seeds. You can sprinkle that into water, which needs to be some type of purified water. Not purified water out of a water jug or a faucet, but like water that you would run through a machine, or either an alkaline water filter. And you can get the Brita version of the water filter that makes it alkaline somewhere. So you can sprinkle psyllium husk, which is the holistic version of Metamucil. That will help clean you out. You can get chia seeds and throw that in some water with some Celtic sea salt. Drink that down, and that will help. But you gotta do this like every day. But that will clean out your allergies. Okay, if you ever feel yourself having an allergy attack, or your allergies are starting to flare up, while you're also cleaning out your ass, doing these enemas and things, you need to also be throwing the fluids down. If you have to drink bottled water from the grocery store, you need to be drinking distilled water out of that distilled jug, not the purified, not the spring, the distilled. And I would add Celtic sea salt to it. You need to be like taking Celtic sea salt like 5 or 6 times a day. Now, you need to take quiet time this month. You can actually be choosing to take quiet time this month with even out, even without me even saying this, you're like, I need quiet time. I don't know what you're talking about, girlfriend. That could be you this month. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. Because keep in mind, your power is so, it's strong. There's a full moon in this background right here. We've got an eclipse over here. Keep in mind, there is an eclipse in April. So, this is like the sun and the moon. I would watch around the full moon and see what things are revealed to you. Your powers may feel very powerful. You might feel very powerful around the full moon. There's a lot of endings and then beginnings happening around you in your environment. You've got Kali here with the old must be released so that the new can enter. You know, she's got the lotus here. So, one, you know, you have to go through the murkiness to find the light. You know, that saying by Buddha. And then to, you know, you got to enjoy the flies when you go along for the ride. But, you know, you might have fears or hopes that you're able to get through this. Trust me, your independence is a foundation for your strength and your success. And I think that once you've gotten through this lull, this miracle, because miracles affect the heart, you're going to have a heart opening. We have Guinevere with, hold on, because, you know, my lighting's off. We have Guinevere here with true love. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. So it's because you've done something in here. Now, if I look at the bottom of the deck, we have Kuan Yin with compassion, Isis with past life, Astara. Fertility, I think that's what it is, Astara. You remember earlier how I was like, what's the one for March? Because we've got the one for that I thought was for April. So I think that's it. And then we've got Aphrodite with inner goddess. So release judgments about yourself and others. Focus on the love and light that is within you and everyone else. I feel like you spiritually are also elevating and changing and growing from this situation. Whatever this is that's going on for you this month. This does and can stem from a Isis past life. You know how I said earlier you could have been a high priest, you could have been a witch, or you could have been an empress or a sorcerer. You could have held that position in the lifetime of Isis. So this situation involves your past life memories, and now this here could be triggering memories from that lifetime. But I'll tell you, for Astara and fertility, like March and April are going to be really significant for you. It's a perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. And I feel like by the end of this, especially with this true love over here, this heart chakra, this awakening, it's like you also awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. You know, this right here, this miracle, this Mother Mary energy that goes down for you, could be the thing that really opens you up, especially your heart. Because, again, perfect love casts out all fear over here. By the time March is over with, you're going to have some type of, you're going to level up. I feel a level up either, like, if you know that you've got, like, witch, like you're a witchy woman. I'm a witchy woman, okay? I'm definitely a witchy woman. But, there's going to be an elevation in that dynamic somehow. And, you know, the same thing happened to me and affected me. Man, I've been enjoying that right there. I'm very thankful for that. And you see, again, if I hadn't embraced and enjoyed the flies along the way, you know, it's like your attitude about it means a lot. Your attitude about it depicts, I mean, it's, your attitude about it really shows, I think the value that is returned to you. I mean, if you have a situation in your life and you just give it the crappiest attitude, well, it's going to respond in the crappiest way. But if you face a situation with the most positive, high attitude, well, guess what? It's going to give to you in return the most positive, high outcome. All right, so let's see what your tarot. Okay. So I can definitely. All right, let me get this one in the picture first. Okay. So this is the Lion Strider Tarot. Very beautiful deck. I really love this deck. Okay, so at this moment in time, there is again this pause. Seven of Pentacles, front and center. You have this pause. And I would say this pause is here because you literally have all these options before you. Don't get caught up in fantasy and or procrastination, okay? You have an abundant amount of options around you right now, and there's choices, decisions, and opportunities like coming at you. So, you remember when I said choose wisely, make smart. You can't go wrong choosing wisely and making smart choices and smart decisions, because keep in mind, this is Seven of Pentacles. This is investments, okay? I mean, this is money. So you definitely, this isn't heartfelt. You want to make sure, because this is going to affect your money. So you want to be thinking on the financial side, you know, making good, sound financial decisions as well. So you've got choices here. You're challenged right now by the choices. You might be in a situation where you're not exactly sure which one to choose. So we do have the moon here in the base of this reading, the root of it. So something has come to light and revealed itself to you. Maybe that's why you are maybe stepping back so you can take stock. Because something, I would say, either in the past or something right now for you is not panning out the way you wanted to. You might be having to give more than what you bargained for. Okay? You could, very well could. That could be the energy, like, around the beginning of March, is because there is an imbalance here in the give or take, because we've got the Six of Pentacles. This is also money. Okay? But right now, things, and maybe this too is why you're standstill, because you need to give these people, places, and or things right now time to reveal themselves, because they are. We've got the moon in reverse. That means things coming to light. What once was hidden, and these are emotional, subconscious things too. Follow your instincts, but just make sure you use sound judgment when making these choices. Choose wisely, okay? You know, so, alright, so this Six of Pentacles over here, I'll clarify this in a minute, but the Six of Pentacles, you know, this is one-sided relationships, desperation, dependence, and or debt. So it's like either you're owing more than what you want to pay, or you are looking at, okay, here it could be, you could be looking at this option, like, I didn't choose wisely right there, but I'm having to, you might be having to put the work in to right the wrong somehow, some way. I don't know, okay, I don't know. Or you're seeing how something didn't work out in the past, and now, especially if you were left with a mess, tidy it up, clean it up just a little bit, whatever you got to do, okay? And just done with it and have it away. You could be, you know, flooded with all these options, but yet you're like, you may not feel like you have the money to do certain things at this moment. Now, by the middle of the month, though, we've got the Page of Pentacles. So, there are messages coming in. But keep in mind, though, Keep in mind, they're small messages. You know, you're by the middle of the month. If you are like, I would definitely, because of the Six of Pentacles, not make major decisions just yet. Weigh up your options really good, okay? I wouldn't make a definite decision just yet. Okay, well, and then another thing too. Okay, so now I can see how this would play out. So, you may, at the beginning of the month, could be getting more than what you bargained for. But, you at least know, because of this moon card in reverse, you're aware, you see where you may have chosen, maybe you paid too much for something. Maybe someone you had to give someone some money, you thought they were going to give back, you agreed to it, and they like skipped out. So I don't know what your situation is, but it's like you gave to something that you thought were going to get return on, and you didn't. But you're seeing that now. Regardless, the middle of the month, you're feeling, this is where that, expect a miracle came in. There's something going on within you, though, where you're sticking to your goals. You're being dependable. You're practical. You're loyal. You're manifesting your stuff. So it's like, if you had a little bit of a setback at the beginning, you could recover from it the middle of the month. Maybe you had to pay a debt or pay something, and it kind of set you back, but not to worry, you will recover from it. You'll have the energy and the time to make it, to bounce back or to make it back or something. I do believe, though, that by the end of the month, I don't know what this here is that it's saying, but by the end of the month, it's like, I don't want this anymore. So then you could be arguing with people about your choices and your decisions you've made. That could put a strain on relationships. You could be not seeing eye to eye with these people. Whoever. Hold on. That went like that. Yep. So. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, so you at this moment, we have the Seven of Swords. So at this moment, or this month, you could we have the Seven of Pentacles here. And now we have another 7 over here. So there's either you've been arguing with people about, and I would assume it has something to do around this, or definitely something that's happened in the past. But there's arguments here, and there's dishonesty, deceit, manipulation, cheating, and theft. Okay, so you have people around you, and maybe that's what's coming to light. You have people around you that are the type of people, they're after what they can get. They don't really care about anything else as long as they get what they came for. Or if they get what they want, so to speak. So, I would say that either this has gone down or it's going down. I would say it has something to do with this Six of Pentacles in reverse over here. That's the first week of the month, first week in the month of March. But whoever you've argued with or had little spouts or fights with, like, they've already walked off. You're over here, or whoever this person is, they're over here cleaning up the battlefield. I mean, well, because I guess you can say because they won the argument, so everyone else left and they're over here picking up their trophies. There's only one winner at this. I don't know if you were the winner or someone else. Now, let me tell you, whoever the winner is in this dynamic is lonely and by themselves. If you're in the group of this dynamic, you were not the winner. So I'll just tell you that the winner here is by himself, and then there's like 6 people in a group together doing whatever. They left and went on and went somewhere else. So you're either the winner in this situation, this card, or you're a part of the group in this situation. Now, if you are the winner and you had to, I mean, sometimes you have to like throw knives at people. It's like the only way to get them to stop. I mean, you can only take so much. You've got to have boundaries. I'm telling you, I'm learning that right now for real. Anyways, so, I mean, even if you're the winner in this dynamic, you still won. You got the best of them. And now you got all these trophies to show for it. So it's like now over here in the environment, like you definitely have emotionally, you might be focused on, 2 or 3 things, but then there's another option that's going to be presented to you that's going to come out of the blue. Now, whether you take or accept that option or not is going to be completely up to you. So just know that throughout the month, don't be super or hyper focused on just the things in front of you, because something could come out of the woodwork or out to the side of you and be looking good. You do have fears, and maybe that's, this choice over here, why you're struggling with these choices. I don't know if it's because you've gotten your heart broken in the past, that you're somewhat challenged right now by your heart space and how you hold, the energy of your heart. There is fears around that. So even if it's like, this could be a person, or, it could be a thing. It's like, I've done this before and it didn't go through. Well, it was because it wasn't meant to be. But at least that situation taught you something. It showed you something. It asked for, a better version of yourself to the table, something. So, don't let these fears get the best of you. But I do see you at the end of the month. Like, look, I almost now want to say you're the winner. So, I don't know who the heck you were up against or who you were fighting, but I would say that you kicked them to the curb and you're striking out on your own. Like, obviously you don't need them. You can do this by yourself. Whatever it is you're trying to do, you can definitely do it by yourself, because that's striking off for a new beginning there. I mean, that one right there is definitely taking off. New beginnings, innocence, spontaneity, originality, like adventure, you're looking for it. You got, your bare necessities and you're ready to go. What more does one need? Now, whatever this is that you are going through this month, we've got, if I look at the bottom of the deck, we've got the World card. So you're closing up, you're reaching a culmination. You're closing up a chapter or a book in your life. Something's coming to a head. Keep in mind, because, we had that mauve with those rhythm and cycles, and I talked about the ebb and flow. Keep in mind that, this World card here, it talks about completion. But just like with anything that completes, it is just like a train. And boy, have the trains been derailing. Anyways, so, you have to, and I guess this is why they sometimes can derail, because it seems like that one that happened in Italy or the Ukraine or Europe somewhere was, this is why, it derailed, was because you have to give the caboose, the thing that pulls the train, you have to get, it's like dominoes, it's an effect. You have to give the caboose time to come to a stop, and then everything else, all the, what would you call those? The little trailers or hitches or whatever, little wagons or the The beds, you have to give them time to come to a stop. And they don't all stop at once. You know, it's like a domino effect. The first one, then the second one, then third. It takes like 10, I don't know how long it takes for a train to come to a complete stop. So you got to think, it does take a hot minute. You have to allow these things in your time, in your life going on right now, all those cabooses to line up, and for everything to, you know, come to a complete stop. But that's happening for you this month. Just be patient. You've been through a very painful ending. Thankfully, it's over with. And now you are ready for adventure. You're looking out to your horizons now, like, which way can I go? What do I want to do? And I'm going to tell you that whatever you take off and strike off to go do, because now we have another 6 over here. You know, you got 6 of Pentacles, you got 6 of Wands over here. So whatever you decide to go after and to go do, you will be victorious. For sure. You will definitely be victorious. So, let me close this thing right here. I just want to clarify a few things here. What is this 7 of Pentacles here? What's the 7 of Pentacles have to do with? Okay. So it looks like there's a man here who either you've got investments with, or you're trying to make, maybe you are wondering if you've invested well with this man. But anyways, there's going to be some type of communication coming through with him. I don't know if this is someone that you were married to, or if this is someone you would like to be married to. But it looks like if he's one of these options, or one of these things you've been fighting with, or making good investment, or trying to make money investments with, or maybe even on a pause from, if you're on a pause from this man, he will be reaching out to you. He will be trying to talk to you. You might also already know that he's going to be reaching out to you. What is this moon card here? In reverse. This moon. What's being revealed in this moon reverse? What's being revealed in this moon reverse? Oh, okay. False person flipped out. So maybe and message. So maybe he wasn't really revealing everything, especially if he was playing his card, like trying to play his cards right. Now, he may have told you at one point that, okay, so look, he may have told you at one point in time that he was not married, when in fact he was married. He may have, maybe not have told you his true intentions about, like, marriage, what he wanted. It would not surprise me if he wanted to come to your house to tell you about these things. Now, I mean, whatever he brings, maybe, and you know that definitely could be this 2 of Cups, or this reverse. You may decide it's by the end of the month that you don't want to deal with this fool no more, and you have to strike off and be like, you know, I'm done. We're going to let bygones be bygones. What's this 6 of Pentacles in reverse over here have to do with? What is the 6? Now, this wealthy man does not necessarily have to be a boyfriend or anything like that. It could be a boss. You might be telling the boss, I don't want to work for your ass no more. I'm out. Because it looks like they lied or didn't tell you the truth about something. And it's very centered around money, whatever it may be. So, now, if this is a boyfriend, someone you're romantically dealing with, then they're in despair. They're in their head about something that they did. I do feel like they will be mature about it. They may even offer to give you money of some sort, because it looks like it's been beating them up. They may want to, you know, try and do everything by the book, or make, you know, false promises. I don't know. So it may be that you're not really trying to put up with it. I'm not sure. What's this Page of Pentacles over here? What is this Page of Pentacles over here? So this is either like, has to do with a man in your life, whether it's your boss, a husband, or an ex, a boyfriend, a lover. Okay. There you are. I don't know what you're doing, but by the middle of the month, you're going to be looking right, looking straight, looking good. It wouldn't surprise me if you were out here listening to Meg Thee Stallion. I wouldn't blame you. Because when I'm feeling like this, I want to listen to Cardi B. Because look, I mean, I'm not telling you, I mean, she's naked. She ain't got no underwear on. She's got her socks and her... Thanks, Alexa. Sorry. It might be time to water your orchids. Or water... Thanks, Alexa. Anyways, there's Alexa. Anyway, she looks very sexy and seductive. Okay, that's the middle of the month. So you really might be feeling like Black Widow over here. You stand over here looking all sexy and seductive, like what good man's gonna find me and come rolling in over here and wait till one comes in, and as soon as he gets lured in, that's when you bite his head off. Chew it up, spit him out. Yep. Lord. Anyways, okay. So, you know this guy from the past. You know that something about this, y'all could have had like y'all were passionate lovers. You could have had this going. You could have played house. You could have talked about marriage, getting married. You could have been married and lived together. You could have had, this could have been like a boyfriend, and y'all talked about living together or something like that. But this is you are looking into the past, whatever it may be. You expect something from the past. Either him to come back. Now, let me tell you, when and if he comes back, like, you felt like you were very well taken care of, a privileged lady in the past, which has really, now, see, the thing with this privileged lady, see, in the past, you could have been immature, but, like, in a good way, okay? Because, like, I mean, in immaturity like this, you can work it and play your cards right, like her over here, and it's, like, earned you a stature, a level up, because now you're more mature about things and you're handling things a little bit differently and a little bit better because you've learned a few things, and you're getting yourself, it almost seems like, ready for when this mofo pops back up and messages you. And I think you know he's going to. What is this Two of Cups here in reverse? Because right here is like choosing, and I would say, you know, I would say this masculine is going to come in and give you some opportunity. I just don't know if you're going to be accepting of it or not. And look, there's your house again. I don't know if this masculine could have come to your house and maybe wrecked shit or fucked shit up, or you didn't like how he handled or respected your house, and you're just like, no, I'm not living like that. I don't know. I got that. I'm not going to say that's for everybody. Okay, let me see. So, you know, he could be, at the end of the month, coming to your house, trying to offer you gifts, telling you he's been thinking about you, he's been wanting to see you, and then I don't know if he shows up or not. He may tell you, I don't see anything that says player here, but I would just like to tell you now, because I don't know, so I just want to put it out there. If he tells you he's going to come do something, he might not be telling you the truth. He might not show up, so just be aware of that, okay? What is this Seven of Swords here? What is this Seven of Swords? Yep, it's him. So he's being deceptive in some way. he is being deceptive in some way, okay? So don't let him coerce you in. Just be very aware, because for you, you've hit, like, you're hitting, you some way, shape, or form in your life are hitting the jackpot some way, shape, or form, where you're gaining more wealth. Also, you're gaining more stature. There's a path that you're on that's leading to this more comfortable lifestyle. Like, I'm seeing Nine of Pentacles lifestyle. Like, you're headed toward this, okay, where you're like, you're very well off and you're very well taken care of, okay? You're headed toward that. I'm not saying it's going to happen in March. Maybe it's May it's going to happen. But you're heading toward that, okay? Do not let this man sideswipe you. And I think that he will try to at least sideswipe you. Now, what is this Four of Cups here? Look, messages, him coming in trying to give you something. So just know that whatever he's trying to offer you, he is going to message you about it. He could be trying to give you money. I don't know, a handout. Especially if he's somehow taken from you. He might be, in the past, he could be trying to right his wrong. Yeah, because we've got this Thief card and imprisonment. Did he somewhat take from you, and then he got caught and then had to pay the price for it? Because maybe that's the case, the Seven of Pentacles. Maybe he got caught and he had to pay up for it. And that could very well be with the Six of Pentacles in reverses over here. This masculine here having to pay out for what he did. So I'll tell you, if that's the case, I definitely see him coming forward and trying to talk to you some way, shape, or form. I know I really messed up, and I promise I'm going to do better next time or something. I don't know. So it will be up to you to fall for his antics or not, okay? What is this Fool card over here? What's this Fool card over here for Taurus? Shoot. Those flew out. I'm not going to take those. And look, now we've got the Thief on top of the Fool. So this time, you might actually be the thief. Like, no, I'm not sticking around. You might play him. You know what? Okay, here's the other thing I just got. And then look. There he is. Okay, if this masculine, let me say, if he took money from you, you don't really want to be with him, but you just want to get your money back. I don't blame you, sis, okay? You're going to get your money back. I would think that you could get your money back. And then, well, this could go several ways, because we had the money cards that were all over this at the bottom of the deck. You could play this masculine so that you could at least try to attempt to get your money back. And then once you get your money back, you're like, all right, you're cut off. I'm done with you. I see that scenario big time. Okay, I definitely see that. But I will tell you, whatever you have to do here, if you have to play your cards right to get your money back or to get something back from this masculine, you can do it. Okay? I see you doing it, if that's what you want. Now, while you do this, you will have an abundant amount of people around you, like a community of people, that will help you at least have your back while you're doing this. But keep in mind, don't go telling everybody what you're doing, because you want to keep those things hush hush and quiet. Okay? And you dang sure don't want any of your motives or your intentions getting back to him. Which, you know, throws a wrench in your hand over here you're trying to play. So, your house will be very well taken care of and looked after. You might have to focus a lot on, you might be putting a lot into this situation. Like, you feel like you're getting nickel to dime for everything you do when it comes to this man or this masculine. But in the end, there's only going to be one winner, and that's going to be him right there. Alright. So, if you, whatever question you have, go ahead and get it ready. And then I'm going to shuffle this deck here. And I just cut this Line Strider deck to the Tower, I thought. Is that what it was? Yep, the Tower. So there's a huge shock change either in this dynamic with this masculine. Okay, so go ahead and get your question ready. Alright, Angel Answers. I'm looking for one card message here. What messages do you have for Taurus at this time? I'm just going to say, while I'm over here shuffling, I'm all about doing what you got to do, okay? Do what you got to do and do it well, but make sure you choose wisely, you make smart decisions, keep your daggone moves, your jokes and your jibes to yourself. Don't tell everybody your plans, because not everybody's your friend. Not everybody's got your back. And sometimes you just got to keep your mouth shut the whole damn time, because you don't need nobody knowing what the heck you're doing. Okay? Because there are some things that have gone down in my life where I've had to juck and jive, and I've kept those, my intentions and my plans. I didn't say shit to anybody about anything. And it's like, you know, no one saw it. Everything went smooth. It was like under the scenes, undercover, and no one knew about it, nothing, and it went perfect. Those are the best, okay? So your question, the situation will improve. Okay, you need to, okay, so look for the signs, because they are there. They are giving you the signs. They're leading you somewhere. You need to choose a new direction. Okay, you need to choose a new direction. What you're asking about will happen within the next few months. Not right now. Meditation brings answers. You will get the clarity you seek. You will have success. Maybe it's that you're going to see, I think that because of where this card is right here, you're going to see the new direction or the pathway open is going to be, it's going to be revealed to you. Okay, and once you see it, you're going to know, because you're going to be like, oh shit, there it is. Okay, quit scratching. And then you're going to like take off. You're going to go after it and get it done. So, you know, it's going to happen for you. It's improving. It's improving. So right now it's on the up and the up. Give it a few months. Alright, so Taurus, that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you like this style of reading, then like the video, subscribe to my channel. If you like oracle readings, then pop over to Facebook and give my page a like and a follow over there. If this is where I leave you, I'll see you again here in April. Take care. Namaste.